There was once a man. He had just retired from the post office. And he had read somewhere that you could stave off Alzheimer by challenging your mind to do something you're not very good at. Well, he had no mechanical ability whatsoever, so he decided to take an automobile apart and put it back together again. So that fall, he purchased a 1972 Volkswagen Beetle, and he parked it in his double carport. And then by the end of October, he had started taking it apart. And he took it apart piece by piece. And it was very difficult. And in the end, he had all these parts lying all over the carport, and they just laid there for about a month. And his wife wasn't able to park her car there. And winter was coming, and she grew agitated at him and told him, look, you have to get those parts off that carport so I can park my car before the snows come. Well, he procrastinated and finally he decided it was too cold to put the car back together again out there. So he took all the parts and he took them down into a large spare room in their basement that they didn't use, and he put the parts there. Well, his wife thought that he was going to put the car back together in the spring when it got warm again. But no, he spent hours and hours down there putting that car back together. And after he finally got it all together toward the end of winter, he could not get it to start. And so he called a friend, and the friend came over, and they went down to the basement and they walked into the room. And his friend looked at the car, and he looked at him and he said, well, I can help you get it started, but how are you planning to get it out of here? People ask me, how could anyone be so incredibly stupid? I tell them, I have no idea. Maybe it's because he worked for the post office for 30 years.